have a do's and don'ts page. So if you've never bought a home before, or even if you have, I think these do's and don'ts are some great things to keep in mind to get yourself in a financially healthy place so that you can buy a home and stop paying somebody else's mortgage if you don't already own one. Number 1, do call us if you have any questions.
Number 1, start there.
Start there. Call us with any questions. Number 2, provide requested documentation promptly and in its entirety. Now, this is the part where I think a lot of people get tripped up. Don't you think, Joe?
There's a big sigh there, Rebecca, because it's an ongoing thing. When people are asking for data, for information, so as a general rule, part of the pre-qualification process is I'm going to ask a whole bunch of questions. There's roughly 15 questions that I have to get answered. Now, you're going to answer the questions, and then after the fact, you're going to provide me documentation that support your answers.
Another thing I have listed here is do continue making your mortgage and rent payments.
Always.
Well, and I know a lot of people think that, okay, I applied for it, I got approved, and I'm just going to sock some extra money away in the bank and nobody will know. But unfortunately, you guys go and verify stuff up to the day you guys cut a check, right?
Just as a great rule of thumb, if anybody ever tells you not to pay your mortgage or not to pay your rent, it's a bad idea. You never, ever want to not pay your mortgage.
Don't listen to that person.
Don't buy that. Always pay your rent, always pay your mortgage.
Do you continue to use your credit as normal? Now, speak to that, Joe, because some people do crazy things with their credit right before they buy a house.
Oh, so fun times. I'll give you a quick 10-second story. So maybe about 10 years ago, we were doing a loan for a gentleman, and he was all the way through the process. We were just about getting ready to be done, and he pulled up to my office in a brand new shiny Escalade, and it was gorgeous, and it was beautiful. And he said, Joe, take a look. And I was so excited for him. And I said, you bought this cash, right? And he said, no, I financed it. It's $1,200 a month. And I said, no, take it back. Unless you're going to live in it, you can't have that right now.
If you do anything with your credit from the time you apply until the time that you close that little window, it could jeopardize. And what's a problem is on my side of the table, I've already helped you get through a home inspection. You've invested money there. You've invested money on an appraisal. You've invested money and time and energy, and you love this home. You don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. You want to stay with your current employer. That's another thing. I've heard stories where people literally quit their job after they sign their papers at the title company, and it hasn't recorded yet, and then they don't get the house.
So what'll happen is the last thing that the lender does, all lenders do this, 3 days before the close or earlier, they will call your employer just to confirm that you are still employed. And it's a simple question. They say, hey, is John Doe still employed? And if the answer is yes, then you're good. And if the answer is no, oh boy.
Whatever you do, if you're planning on retiring, for example, we had one client that it was still employed, but because she'd already told everybody she was planning to retire, she messed up her qualifying. Tell us about that, Joe.
Again, what happens is the lender will call 3 days before you go to fund, and if you have told your employer that you're planning to retire, your employment is pretty much up, and if we're qualifying you off of your employment number and you are no longer going to be employed, then yeah, you no longer qualify. So she was so excited. She bought her retirement home and she's ready to go, but then she retired too soon.
Well, at least she told everybody she was going to retire. Had she not notified her employer, like, hey, I'm not going to be working in a few months. So we basically had to put everything on hold.
Yep.
And we had to wait till the next season until she was able to have her Social Security and everything else in line. And she ended up qualifying, and she closed.
She made it, yeah.
She might have been able to buy that home for $10,000 or $15,000 less because it's all timing.
And save herself a little bit of gray hair.